Take 6.
HUD is not in compliance with their own rules and regulations.
Stop. You asked a question. One day. Go ahead.
What role does HUD play in ensuring that your unit was up to par?
Well, they come in and they're doing inspection. That's with everyone before you're allowed to move in. But also the people on the program, what you all need to know is when they do that inspection, you're entitled to get that paperwork. They don't give it to you. The client.
Okay.
They're entitled to get that inspection report. HUD don't give it, but they're entitled. And I was told that by Inspector Joy Brown, who is supervisor of inspections over there in PG County.
So basically, you moved into a property, it wasn't up to standard. Once you moved into the residence, you experienced various problems, such as with this particular unit?
Holes and cracks in the foundations in the wall.
And this was a new condo?
Brand new condo. Drafty fireplace. The heating system, I would have to turn the thermostat up to like the middle 80s before it would kick on. It was just all kind of problems.
So what
plumbing problems, the sinks and toilets backed up like every 3 to 4 months faithfully. Both, not one bathroom, both bathrooms. When I tell you it was a mess, it was a mess. But see, I wasn't the only one up there on that site having problems. I was told that I wasn't privileged to certain paperwork because I was on the Section 8 program, but yet I was the one that filed a complaint over there in the condo 105, right? I was told I couldn't get it. I went through the Freedom of Information Act. I had to have my law provider to contact PG County Housing. They told me, not housing, I'm sorry, Community Standards. Community Standards told me when they contacted me that they would have their attorneys. They had to sit in on the meeting. So I said, well, maybe I need to have an attorney also to protect my interests.
So let me get clarification. These steps were taken in an attempt to get your home back in good functioning condition? Or why were these measures taken?
Because I was making inquiries and they didn't like it because I was questioning. It was my right. It was my right. I didn't own that property. I had nor was I buying it. Nor did I have any business going through what I went through. I was only written a tenant on a housing program. They could have gave me another voucher and let me move. That wasn't my headache, but it became my headache because they would not give me a voucher to let me move.
So when they wouldn't give you a voucher to let
They
you move,
evicted me.
They evicted.
They evicted me. We were back and forth in landlord and tenant court. They didn't like it because I was telling the condition of the property. And of course, the manager, Needy Crump, right? I was so upset with her. You know, how could you dare rent me a property like that? They had to have known. They had to have known. Indians lived there before I moved in. They weren't there that long because somebody broke in and stole their computers and stuff. I don't know what. A young lady from the security board at the condo is what made me aware of that. They tried to sell the property, couldn't sell it, put it on a housing program. And the people on the housing program, the clients that, you know, viewed the property, they couldn't come up with the security deposit in the first month's rent that they wanted. I could.
So was the housing inspector or HUD ever called in reference to the housing code violation?
Yes, I called them in, yes.
And when
you know, I called in housing HUD inspectors. Tanya Ford came out, and I don't wear shoes in the house. None of my house, I don't wear shoes. And I asked her to take off her shoes, and she told me no. She won't take off her shoes, and I told her no, you're not gonna walk on my carpet. You know, she said she was going to go back and get some baggies to go over her foot, and she never came back. Oh, she came back. Unbeknown to me, where they snuck in, right? But manager Needy Crump and I had an agreement. Any repairs to be made, I was supposed to be given a 48-hour notice so that I could be there or have somebody there to protect my interests. Repairs were being made. They did the wood molding. They fixed up the fireplace, adjusted doors. I could see where they had adjusted the doors, put stuff around the windows. I'm assuming there's something to the foundation. But I felt it should have been made known to me because those workers that was coming in, let me finish so that I won't forget. My credit cards were used. Okay? What was somebody doing in my drawer? One credit card, somebody using 2 days straight, charged $100 in gas each day at a gas station up in College Park, Route 1. Now, how was that allowed to happen? And wait a minute, when I called the county executive office and spoke to Miss Taylor, you know, and I told her my things are being moved around, what's going on here? Repairs are being made and nobody's telling me anything. Is housing coming into? She wouldn't tell me. The first time that I noticed that they did something, I had money in my drawer. They moved the money. I found them. Oh, she said, look, go ahead and look. You'll find it. Okay. I found the money, but I know where I left the money. Then I didn't find out about my credit cards until my statement came in. And I'm saying, what? Where did this come from? No way will my vehicle hold $100 worth of gas. No way. That little Ford Windstar van, no way. $100 worth of gas, 2 days straight, no.
So the repairs were made to your unit, however, you weren't given adequate notice or any notice at all?
Right, no notice at all. They were sneaking in.
So once they did do the repairs, although theft did occur, was your home in good repair at that time? Or at least appeared to be?
I can't say. Because you know why? I didn't know when they were coming in. That's why the cases were still being filed in court, because I just wanted her to give me another voucher to let me move.
So how did the judge
There was a headache.
his ruling of eviction?
Well, it was a headache. One judge told me, no, I told the courts, it had no business being in landlord and tenant court because HUD was federal. It belonged in federal court. The judge agreed with me. You know what I told her? I'm going to take it then. And that's what I did.
So you go to federal court, and then what happened?
Well, I never went before a judge. They dismissed the case.
And that's the present case that's in appeals?
Right. That's the present case that's in appeals.
And what was the grounds of the judge that actually evicted you? Did you go to court for that final ruling?
Yes, I went to court, but he executed a stay. He executed a stay, and it went back and forth, back and forth. But Needy Crump kept saying, when I tell this man, and I'm saying, what man? On you. We're going to make you move. What man is she talking about? Is she talking about federal? You talking to the Fed? Who you talking to? What man are you referring to? And yes, I was very angry with her. To allow me to move into them conditions, to put me and my daughter through that. It's bad enough moving to a new condo and you have roaches, because I sure had them, and I had to let her know. I didn't bring them here. They was here with me when I came from them nasty ass Indians that lived there, excuse me. You know, I just keep it real and tell it like it is. The refrigerator, roaches crawling on the floor. I told my daughter, pull it out, help me pull it out. Pulled it out. You had all kind of macaroni and dried up food on plastic utensils. That's what the roach was going through. And the cabinets, come on now. I called Erica Dean. I know Erica to ask if they had a contract.
And who was Erica?
Erica Dean, she was president of the Condo Association, to see if they had a contract, an exterminator that they used, so that I could tell Needy Crump so they could send an exterminator in there. Now Needy knew I had respiratory problems. She was taking some kind of medical class, I think nursing, and her husband was a pharmacist. She saw me use my inhaler. She saw my breathing equipment, right? But yes, she gonna come with, she need a letter from my doctor stating I had respiratory. That's none of her damn business. She lucky I told her that I had them.
So when were you evicted from the condo?
January the 23rd of 2009. And that's another story in itself, because when they evicted me, I received no notification, nothing on my door, nothing in the mail. And when they evicted me, I was at Dr. Hamilton F. Jackson Jr.'s office, surgeon orthopedic in Oxon Hill. And really, I believe Dr. Jackson is Jack's boy. Because when they made repairs, I was at Dr. Jackson's office every time. But Dr. Jackson, I'm going to see you before the Maryland Board of Physicians. I told you that. I told you that. I told your staff that. And you can trust and believe. The only way you don't go is that I'm represented legally on them cases with the county bus. you can trust and believe I will see you in federal court. No, excuse me, not federal court. I will see you before the Maryland State Board of Physicians, because if I don't get an attorney to represent me on those cases that you have with the police stopping me in my back and riding the Prince George's County, the bus, you can trust and believe I'm going to take your ass right before the Maryland State Board of Physicians, and you go ahead and you explain yourself to them while you show me on the cases you show me on and the things you said, and I will bring other patients into it. That's why I believe you Jack's boy, because the thing that you said out of your mouth, Dr. Jackson, you know, and while we talking about you, yeah, I will bring it out about you. How a female patient there that you were seeing, how she told me she would F me up, she would fuck me up because I said something to Bob because he was in the office laughing and talking with what, 3 to 5 women while you got patients out front, patients in the room, and I told you, yeah, I said it. Yeah, I told Bob, it is not fair. We sitting here waiting. We have to wait long enough to be seen by, you know, Dr. Jack, and Bob gonna be laughing and talking. Get them patients out of the way and get us out of here because I want to go home.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, you can.
So you are referring to your orthodontist?
No, he's orthopedic.
Oh,
Orthopedic surgeon,
Okay.
Hamilton J. Jackson.
You're saying that he's Jack's boy, so are you?
Jack B. Johnson's boy. I feel like they're in cahoots together with
So
what
is
was
this a
going on.
conspiracy?